Hey yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry if it was a little too loud. It's your boy Clutchins, coming with you with actually with my first ever YouTube video. This is pretty exciting stuff. I like the whole voiceover gameplay type of feel, so I'm gonna roll with it. If we decide to do something else, I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, let me introduce myself to those who don't know me already. And if you don't know me, that's my fault. I am Clutchins. I used to live stream on TikTok for a long time. I think I stopped live streaming back in October, November, maybe even December. I'm not quite sure. Maybe even later than that. But I was streaming for a bit, and we racked up about a little over 1,000 followers on my TikTok, and it was popping, man. We were having a good time. I met a lot of people on that stream. Met a lot of friends, and all in all, man, it was such a blessing to stream and then talk to you guys. And you guys were just very supportive in what I do. Even to this day, I was getting messages asking where I went because I pretty much went cold turkey on the TikTok. It came to the point where my internet was so bad that when it came to live streaming, the video quality was just not up to par with my standards. So it made it very bad for the viewer. And I know when it comes to being the viewer, the video quality is very important. Whereas listening to the streamer is just as important too, but you want to be able to watch something as you're listening to this. So it became very bad, and I ended up just deleting the channel altogether without any kind of warning, without any kind of video for you guys. And I went on with my life, man. I had to do some stuff for work. If you guys don't know, I am a realtor in California. So if you guys need help, let me know. You'd be helping me get my first sale. I think that's the biggest part right there. Is just getting started. So did that, and I don't know what happened. I just started, talking to. I met a buddy through streaming, JJ. If you know JJ, everyone knows JJ. If you're in my streams, everyone knew JJ. But I was just catching up with JJ, seeing how he's doing. We're talking about WoW, and it just made me miss the game, man, altogether. I think it was the social aspect and playing with people who already knew the game. Who it's my people, dude. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I love WoW. I love the people that play it. They're very smart, very intellectual. You could have a conversation just about anything, any topic. Or if you're in rating, things get pretty serious. It's just focusing. It's just a wide range of people, and I love it. Now, for me, I've been playing WoW for 20 plus years. On and off. Typically, I'll play the game once a new expansion comes out. I'll play for a few months and just go about my life and pretty much quit after that because I've already played the content, played the storylines. Never got into the rating as much. Just mainly I like doing the questing, the dungeons, things like that's my type of thing. And that's what I would be doing these 20 plus years. Pretty much every expansion that I've played, had a great time. I think the only one, I mean, let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I think the only one that I really didn't care for as much was Shadowlands. I know people who loved it though, and maybe because I didn't play it as much, it just didn't hit the same. But when it came to the other expansions though, I didn't remember most of them. Like I know right now we're in Miss Pandaria, and I'm going back through the content, which is you see right now I'm playing Miss Pandaria. I'm going back through the content, and I'm thinking I don't remember this, right? I don't remember it as much. So that's one of the perks of them bringing back these expansions to relive it, and it's just hitting different, man. I'm enjoying the game. I love how hunters feel right now. The whole focus regeneration is a bit of a handicap, but I think that's just because I'm at the lower levels right now. You'll see here I'm at 49. In this video, you will see a dink, so that's pretty satisfying. I think currently right now I'm at like level 53 or so. So I'm a little behind on the videos, but we got more content coming out. Now, 20 plus years of experience. I've been doing my thing. First character I ever played. Actually, let me go back to Little Clutch. All right. I was about I don't know, maybe 11, 12 years old, and I saw my cousin playing a video game on the computer, and I was like, "Hey, what's that video game, man?" Because I would always go to my grandma's. My cousins lived at my grandma's, and we're always playing video games. That was just part of our life. It's always been a part of our lives. And he was playing this video game on his computer, and I've never seen him play on the computer. We've always played console games. And I'm like, hey, what's that game? Oh, ding, let's go, baby. Let's go level 50, baby. And I'm like, hey, what's that game you're playing? And he's like, oh, it's World of Warcraft. And of course, just like a older sibling would, they're pretty much like my brothers. And I'm like, hey, can I play? He's like, no. I was like, oh, oh, okay. And that was like that for a while. I always wanted to play the game. It looked so cool to me. And one day he let me play, and I was like, oh, I'm not taking this for granted. Started my first ever character, a undead warrior. Yeah, you see me playing Alliance now, but your boy Clutch was playing on the Horde for a long time. I think it was only recently, like when I started streaming, I was starting to play Alliance, but yeah, my first character was a undead warrior. So much fun, man. I didn't know what I was doing. I was running around the barrens, just killing raptors, killing lions. I didn't really quest all that much. The gear that I had on was the gear that the mobs would drop, and that was about it. I did not know what I was doing. I think in the highest at that time, I got him to like level 21, 22, if I'm remembering correctly. And I was hooked, man. I was hooked. I just remember playing the video game, and I found myself sleeping on my keyboard while still sitting in my chair. That's how hooked I was. It was such a fun game. I don't know what it is about it. It was just open world concept. You could be whatever you want to be in this game, whether you're a caster, melee, range DPS, a tank, whatever it was, man. It was just a whole new world to me, and I loved it. And ever since, it's just been part of my life. Growing up in high school, I had friends who played World of Warcraft, and that was the end of it. And when I mean end of it, I mean like, okay, now we're best friends, and that's what we did. We just go over to each other's houses, play World of Warcraft. I mainly went to their houses because video games, while my parents did support my addiction, I'll call it an addiction. I'll be for real about it. When it came to supporting it, they bought me the video games. They did what they could, and I'm forever grateful for it. But there were times when I was on the game a little too much, a little Clutch, keep staring at the screen. Hey, a little Clutch, you got to get off the game now. No, I don't want to get off the game. Okay, well, guess what? Boom, grounded. So when it was time to go to my friend's house, I made sure that I brought my laptop and I was ready to play. And I was the only kid who was gaming on a MacBook at that time. And if you guys know, that's not really ideal gaming laptop. My buddies had Alienware, and that was a cool laptop to have. And I was so jealous, dude, because it was two other people with us, and we'd hang out in the room. Just two would sit on the bed, one would sit on the floor, and I was the only one with the MacBook. And you knew it by the sound of my laptop. That thing was running for its life, man. It was on its last foot every time. The laptop was running so hot. I tried to get a cooling system for it. You could just put it right under the laptop, and it did nothing. And my FPS was affected by it, and it was known. All right. We tried to do arenas. I couldn't do it, dude. It was so bad. But all in all, it was still a fun time, man. It was such a fun time, and that's why I love the game, and that's what made me want to start streaming it, because during that time, streaming wasn't, how do I put it, wasn't that popular. Maybe I didn't even know about it, but as I grew older, I started watching more streams and just thinking, oh, dude, I could totally do this. Playing some video games, talking to people, meeting people, all this stuff while playing video games. I'm like, yeah, man, this is me, dude. And it was just a dream of mine. It was just something that was embedded in my head my whole time after I discovered it, and I just wanted to give it a go. Never got the chance to until about recently last year. I had the opportunity to do it, and I figured, why not? Why not give it a try? See what comes out of it. Worst thing that could happen is I could just say I tried, and that was it for me. So I tried it, and dude, it was everything I thought it would be. Live stream. At first, it was hard, right? It was hard live streaming with 0 people watching the stream. I think I streamed my first time for like 2 hours, and it was just 0 people the whole time. And I'm just thinking, how do people do this? Like, how do you do this without, getting into your head and everything? But I just kept with it. 1 or 2 people would come in at a time, say hi, and I would read their comments. And for some reason, that was really appreciated. I guess it's not every day you get streamers that read the comments, especially for the big ones. You got hundreds of comments coming in. You can't read every single one of them. So that I can understand. But so when I was responding to those comments, people were having a blast. They were very appreciative and, just, I guess, stunned. And that's what, kept people coming back in, chit chatting. Uh, Pretty much talking about the story I was talking about with you just a few minutes ago, was just talking about how we got started, what expansions we liked, what we didn't like. And you know what? Let me bring it back. I mentioned the expansion that I didn't like, and that was Shadowlands, right? And I think everyone could agree with me that the best expansion would be Wrath of the Lich King. That's just my point of view. Uh, you know what? You fight me on it, I will die on that hill. When I was talking about when I was gaming with my buddies from high school, all in the same room. Like, I remember I was waking up early that morning just to make sure that I got that game ready to go, downloaded, ready to go. And I just remember opening up my laptop, checking out the game, and I'm just thinking, yo, this is a whole new world. Because what was before Wrath of Lich King? What was it? Burning Crusade, right? And that was fun. I got to play just classic WoW for a minute. When I was playing with my cousin, I played a lot of Burning Crusade, ton of fun. But Wrath of the Lich King, that has my heart. The Wrath of Lich King, it was just all about the Death Knights, and it was just so much fun, man. Such a fun time for WoW. I wish I would have played Lich King Classic when they had it out, but I didn't get to try it out. I think at that time I was playing Season of Discovery, but that's for another video. Where are we at right now in this video? Zulfur. Oh, man. Okay, that's another thing you guys need to know. I don't know how to pronounce the names for these dungeons. At least half of them, I don't know. So if I pronounce them wrong, please, feel free to clown me in the comments. It's not going to hurt my feelings. But I know I'm coming clean with that. I don't know how to pronounce half of these names. So I'm going to try it out. Zulfurak. Please let me know if I pronounce that right. I am not entirely sure. But we're playing in Zulfurak, little 5-man dungeon here, trying to level up. We got to we got to 50 on this one, trying to get some bosses down, and I'm enjoying Hunter, man. And you'll notice in my videos, I'm all over the place when it comes to dialogue. You just heard me talking about the history, and now I'm talking about the game, and I tend to go back and forth a lot, and that's just the way I talk. Typically, it ends up ending in a common area, so just trust the process, I guess, when it comes to my videos. When it comes to the dialogue, just trust the process on this. Okay, I appreciate that. And if you guys have lasted this long, 12 minutes in, then you know what, thank you so much for that support. You could have done anything else with your day with the 12 minutes, but you're here with me right now as we're leveling up, and I appreciate it, guys. I just want to take the time to say thank you for everything. But yeah, just, I guess to summarize it, really, I started off with TikTok. We got to 1,000 followers. I had to put some things in front of, make it a priority for outside life to make it to where I needed to focus more on that than streaming. As much as I loved streaming, I still needed to put food on the table and make some money. So unless this channel does well and I'm able to go full time with it, then that's awesome. You know what? That's the goal right there, right? That's my American dream. I don't know what it is for you, but that's definitely mine. So as you see, I'm playing Hunter. So I mentioned I started with the Undead Warrior in the beginning. I played every single class. The only classes I didn't play, was like Priest. I want to say Priest. I mainly DPS or tank. I really don't like the whole healing thing. Those healers, you're a different breed. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you enjoy it. I know I had a buddy in high school that loved to heal, and I think he still heals to this day. I don't get it, but he loves it, man. Like, you see the passion behind his eyes when he talks about healing, and that's the type of person you want on your raid team, right? You want someone who loves healing like that. So I would take him every day. But mainly it's just DPS, tanking for me, all that fun stuff. And I think right now I'm really enjoying Hunter. I played, what did I play? I played Druid in Season of Discovery, had a blast there. When I play retail, I main a Hunter. So this is my thing here. And as you're going to notice in my keyboards, you're going to notice that WASD are key binded to some abilities. For those who don't know, I made a video about this a long time ago on my TikTok. Unfortunately, when I deleted that account, all my videos got deleted, me thinking I'm never going to come back. I should have saved them. I should have saved them just for nostalgia purposes. But for those who don't know, I don't use WASD for movement. If you want me to make a video about how I move my character, I'm more than happy to do so. It's very easy. I think I've had a couple of viewers try it out and they prefer it the way I do it, which is great. If not, hey, totally fine. WASD, if that works for you, that works for you. but I don't use that for movement. So I can make a video about it if you guys want to. Otherwise, I will keep it a mystery on how I do it. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this whole voiceover thing. Let me know what you guys think. I know we're approaching, what is it? We're approaching about 2 minutes left on this video. About to end it with the boss here. Maybe even less than that. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think of the voiceover. I like it. I typically like to yap and just watch the game as I go. Try to learn from my mistakes on these. Typically, I try to do my best to be top DPS, no matter what it is, whether it's a 5-man dungeon or a raid. My goal is always to be a top DPS. Just like how I was talking about, like the passion behind my friend's eyes when he talks about healing. That's me with DPS. I love the DPS. I try to be the best at it, and I try to do the math, get the best gear possible. And especially in PvP, I love the PvP, so I think you guys will see some PvP videos in my channel as well. I'm thinking about mainly on retail, do some with my hunter. I know my buddy JJ wants to do some retail, probably some BGs, some arena. I wouldn't have any kind of high expectations on the arena side or the PGs. We typically just like to go for fun and see where we go from there. But it looks like we're wrapping up the video here. I appreciate you guys checking out the video, staying with me. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for your support, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, and get notified. GG, everyone in the chat. GG, GG. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout this video. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Remember, God loves you. Believe in him, trust in him, and love him. And he will guide you into places you have never seen before. Have a great day, guys. I will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.